It is not recommended for viewers under the age of 15. It contains coarse language.
The 90s, a decade of Britpop, grunge, neo-soul, trip-hop, hip-hop, mbop, new jack swing, whoever he was. The shock of Desert Storm and the even greater shock of line dancing. Tonight, we're rewinding again on Rockwiz! Please acknowledge these rocking renegades must compete Ferry M, Naylor A and Rena C, the Rockwiz Orchestra. And here they are now to entertain us, the aces up our collective sleeves, Dicka and Linda Bull. Ready to throw on her flannelette shirt and get down to some serious quiz business. She's unbelievable. She's boombastic. Even better than the real thing. Nothing compares to Julia Samira!
Hello and welcome to Rockwiz as we salute the 90s and what a decade it was. Of course, it was fabulous music, a widening spectrum of styles and genres, along with incredible advances in technology. The World Wide Web, MP3 players, the Human Genome Project, and who would have guessed you could sun-dry tomatoes? A man who almost didn't make it through the 90s after doctors diagnosed him with a severe case of achy-breaky heart. Luckily, a compatible achy-breaky heart donor was found and he could undergo an achy-breaky heart transplant. Get jiggy with Brian and Curvis.
Thank you, Julia. And Julia, I must say, looking at tonight's audience, I see so many children of the 90s still shaking heads in disbelief at the processing power of the Pentium chip, the acquittal of O.J. Simpson, and the release of Skyhook's Jukebox in Siberia. But earlier tonight, we found 4 wise ones who slept with one eye open, gripping their pillows tight. Enter tonight's Rockwizards!
Rockwizards, a potted history of your place in the 90s, if you please, starting with you, Anna. Hello.
Hello.
Anna, when I say the 90s to you, what do you think of?
I think of mosh pits. Yes. I do think of burgundy lip liner with the nude
yes
thing.
That's a great memory.
Not
great,
good.
Obviously.
I do think of that.
Do you have a favourite 90s song or a favourite 90s
Oh,
act?
no, I was a bit of a metal fan, so I did like Metallica.
Oh, fantastic. Well done. Well played. I enjoy that. Metallica, excellent. Correct. Hello to you, Emily.
Hi, Julia.
Emily, what do the 90s mean to you?
Grunge.
Favourite song or a favourite artist?
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam. Oof. Wasn't he gorgeous, though? Well,
Still is.
Well, no. Look, I'll beg to differ. I'm just going to say... I mean, he's gorgeous. No,
he's
saying.
still on the list.
I agree. But I saw them when they had finished moshing. The first time, and they're all there, sort of with glasses on and a sensible pant. I saw them in their comfortable cardigan stage.
I still would, though.
You would you?
Yeah.
Yeah. She'd go there. She'd go there. Welcome to you both, Anna and Emily, on this wonderful team here. Hello, Rosie.
Hi, Julia.
What about you? What does the 90s mean?
That was the time when my life changed a little bit because
I grew up in the country and we only had top 40. Rick Day's top 40.
Yes.
And then one day we got Triple J and we didn't have to listen to just pop music anymore.
Ah, fantastic. Of course, Triple J went to the country, everywhere in the country. What songs do you remember the most or artists that you liked?
Pearl Jam.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Pearl Jam,
I'm
I
all
know.
like that, Eddie.
Yeah. See?
I'll find it for you.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, welcome to you, Rosie. And ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Sean. Sean, what do the 90s mean to you?
Flannelette shirts.
Well, you haven't gone far off.
Yeah. This is, but without the pearl buttoning.
Oh, excuse
you.
you.
You know, just a Kmart $5.
Yeah.
You know, classic flanning.
But it's kind of nouveau flanny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Flanelette nouveau, a little bit.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't understand what you just said. I
That's
don't speak
all right.
French. Yeah.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
And Sean, the moustache in the 90s, were you sporting that?
It was more of a little bit of bum fluff in the 90s, I think, Brian.
Okay.
Yeah. But now it's a fully formed moustache. Yes, thank you.
Congratulations.
Please welcome your 4 fabulous contestants this evening. Fabulous. As silver is to chair, spider is to bait, and yothu is to yindi, so too Rockwiz is incomplete without special guests and special songs. And so we ask, what song can it be now? Released at the end of the decade, this song was a #1 hit in Australia and later won a Grammy for Best Female Vocal Performance. A collaborative writing effort, it's about trying to say goodbye and choking, trying to walk away and stumbling. It was the second single from the... Yes, Anna?
I try.
You are absolutely correct. The song is I Try by Macy Gray. And to perform that song tonight, please welcome Emma Donovan.
Dreams, changes and fears. Where will we go from here? When will we stop? I believe that faith has brought us here. We should be together, baby, but we're not. I'm playing off, but I'm dreaming of you. I keep my cool, but I'm feeling. I try to say goodbye and I choke. Try to walk away and I stumble. Oh, I try to hide it, it's clear. My world crumbles when you are not near. Goodbye and I choke. Try to walk away and I stumble. Oh, I try to hide it, it's clear. My world crumbles when you are not near. I may appear to be free, but I'm just a prisoner of your love. And I may seem alright and smile when you leave me, baby. My smiles, they're just a front. They're just a front, baby. Hey, I'm playing it off, but I'm dreaming of you. And I keep my cool, but I'm feeling. I try to say goodbye and I choke. Try to walk away and I stumble. Oh, I try to hide it, it's clear.
Yeah, not bad.
Now, of course, Emma has sung with the Black Arm Band, and now you're working with the Putbacks. You've got a new record.
Yeah, we released our album in November last year, and it's called Dawn. Yeah, it's a pretty cool collaboration. I met bass player and the drummer through Black Arm Band, so we've been sticking pretty tight.
Fantastic. And what was the first concert you ever went to, Emma, as a young woman?
I seen Uncle Archie Roach and Auntie Ruby. My nana, my dad's side, took me to a concert of theirs at a university in Perth. That was a really small concert, but a big, like the biggest concert I've seen was Youth the Indie concert in Perth as well. My nana took me.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the fabulous Emma Donovan. And 10 points for you, Anna, for figuring out what the shiznit I was talking about earlier. But don't rest on any laurels just yet. I'm asking again, what song can it be now? Let's go back to the beginning of the decade for a song that was apparently written while standing in front of a mirror. It was the second single from Diamonds and Pearls, the Purple One's 13th album, but the first to feature a co-billing credit for the new power generation, and has a playfully raunchy lyric. You got the horn, so why don't you blow it? You're filthy cute, and baby, you know it. Yes.
Cream.
You're absolutely right. It is Cream by Prince and the new power generation. And to perform that song tonight, a founding member of the Go-Betweens, writer, raconteur, and solo performer, the fabulous Robert Forster.
This is it. It's time for you to go to the wire. It will hit, 'cause you got the burning desire. It's your time. You got the horn, so why don't you blow it? You're so fine. You filthy cute, and baby, you know it. You stop, you're so good, baby. There ain't no one better. Ain't nobody better. So you should never ever follow the letter. Never ever. You're so cool. Everything you do is success. Make the rules. Then break them all, 'cause you're the best star. Cream, get on top. Cream, you will cop. Cream, don't you stop. Bop, sugar, get bop. Look up in the air, it's your guitar. Baby, why wait any longer? Take a chance, it'll only make you stronger. It's your time. It's your time. You got the horn, so why don't you blow it? You wanna blow it. You're so fine. You're so fine. You filthy cute, baby, you know it. Get on top, cream, you will cop, cream, don't you stop, pop, sugar, get pop, cream, cream.
It's the global issue in the spotlight. But what are the facts behind the headlines in our own backyard?
Nice long legs.
Excuse me?
With hidden cameras.
I got new gal in Libby today. Can't get my hands off her. Is he arresting you?
And the largest national survey of its kind. Yumi Steins reveals the surprising truth behind the question, is Australia sexist? Tuesday, 8:40 on SBS and On Demand.
This hotel, I'm gonna love it. Mint chocolates on the pillow, tiny shampoo bottles in the bathroom, and fluffy pancakes for breakfast. How do I know so much about this hotel? It's simple. Trivago gathers reviews from multiple websites worldwide. Ratings for rooms, service, and food can be easily compared, so I know at a glance that I'm gonna love it. That way I can make the right choice for me and for him as well. Hotel Trivago.
So how much do you think this will go for?
Something around 780. Yeah, 780-ish. 850.
Get Australia's most accurate free property price predictions from ANZ.
We've no idea what killed Roach. We're having trouble smelling any chemicals, Louis.
How can that be? Unless...
Mortein Nature Guard Automatic Odorless, with 98% natural ingredients, offers odorless protection, so you only smell the things you like. Also try Mortein Nature Guard Automatic in Eucalyptus.
More smart, more safe, more tea.
If this month doesn't like you, get sorted with a loan from $100 up to $5,000 with manageable repayments and a fixed term. Get sorted online or at Cash Converters stores.
Boring. Dumb.
Dude, what, dude? What you talking about? Yeah.
Hey there.
This is for cows.
Some people find you offensive.
Offensive? Let's see what you got.
You tweeted, suck my Okay.
South Park, Monday 8:30 on SBS Viceland and on demand.
Sie haben mich mal gefragt, warum ich Karriere machen will. Ich weiß es nicht. Ich habe nicht die geringste Ahnung. Aber ich brauche es.
Be hungry, be aggressive, be ambitious, guys.
Wenn das rauskommt, dann gehen wir in den Knast.
Halt du lebst, okay?
Es geht um unsere Karriere. Es ist alles nichts Persönliches.
And hello to you, Robert.
Hello, Julia.
What a delight it is to have you back here at Rockwiz.
Thank you very much.
Cream, what is that song about? Discuss.
There's two meanings.
Really?
Yeah. The first meaning is sexual innuendo.
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
But the second one, which I worked out, when I was learning the song, is cream, get on top, and cream goes to the top of the bottle.
Yes.
And so there's this, when you're the cream of the class or you're the cream of the year,
yes,
you're one of the best people.
Yeah.
And so that's what the song's also about.
Now, Robert, Go-Betweens was really the 80s, but you actually prefer 90s music.
I do. I think there was, as a listener, I think there was more groups that I enjoyed in the 90s than I did in the 80s.
Very varied, the 90s. You're going everywhere.
Yeah, it does. Well, see, I like that.
Do you?
And yeah. I like going everywhere.
You do, I know that.
And so the 90s, I find the 80s a little bit barren, dare I say it, and I find the 90s, it's a decade of music that I like very, very much.
It's like a lush...
I feel very, very comfortable with it.
Great, fantastic.
The Go-Betweens were a big part of the 80s. Mm. Were you part of that barrenness? Did you rise? No. Did you rise like cream? No. The Go-Betweens were a waterfall in the barrenness.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the wonderful Robert Forster. All right, local and or general, round one, the first lot of questions. Mr. Dobalina, call it what you will, but this is where serious Q&A action begins, right here, right now. Let's begin with half a dozen hits from the 90s according to our very own ARIA charts. Who sang Berlin Chair?
You Am I.
Correct, Rosie. Thank you for playing Welcome. We Like to Party. Probably a song in the 90s no one needs to hear again, yes.
Venga Boys?
The Venga bus
Yeah,
is coming.
those guys.
It's on to Francisco. It's on to kind of disco. Oh, what a load of rubbish. Livin' La Vida Loca. Yes.
Ricky Martin.
Well done, Emily. Correct. No Rain. Yes.
Blind Melon.
Blind Melon's correct. Under the Bridge.
Chili Peppers.
Yes. Which Australian politician was the first to be on the cover of Rolling Stone, the Australian edition?
Paul Keating.
Paul Keating is absolutely correct, thank you. Which Prime Minister told Rolling Stone that he took the band he managed in the 60s, the Ramrods, from nowhere to obscurity?
Paul Keating?
Paul Keating is correct. Paul Keating, the manager of a band, what would that be like?
Tough.
Tough. He'd never pay you.
He would.
Do you think?
He would, but he'd keep some to the side to invest wisely.
Would he? All right. Let's get local for a while. Which Mount Gambian claimed you want to be there, but you don't want to travel? Yes.
Dave Graney?
Correct. Daryl Braithwaite released The Horses, and it shot to #1 on the Australian charts. Who originally wrote and recorded it? Work as a team if you need to.
Ricky Lee Jones.
You are absolutely correct, Emma Donovan. Bring it home.
Probably the only one I'm going to get right tonight.
Love it. Which Geelong band had their early start as Dear Bubbles and the Jim Jims before changing their name?
Magic Dirt.
Magic Dirt with the beautiful Adelita is correct. Who was the backing band on Neil Young's 1995 album Mirrorball?
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam!
Yes.
Your friend Eddie. Your lover. Yeah, beautiful.
In my
Or
dreams.
potential dream lover, yes. Name the 5 Spice Girls. Yes.
We've got Ginger Spice, so Jerry Halliwell. Sporty Spice, who's Mel C. Chisholm. Scary Spice is Mel B. Posh Spice is Victoria Beckham, she is now. And Baby Spice is Emma Bunton.
1 million points. Hilarious. Yes, Scary, Sporty, Baby, Ginger and Posh, and of course Oldie Spice, which was a cologne for men.
Robert, a favourite Spice Girl for you?
Look, Victoria Beckham.
Yeah.
What a strange choice from you.
She was. Which one was she?
Posh.
Posh. I just thought she had a look of disdain every now and then.
No, Robert, it was not disdain.
It
It
wa-
was
no,
fucking
Julia,
mad
no,
confusion
Julia,
and
no.
fear
No.
because she
No.
can't sing or move.
No,
so she's
no.
standing there like a deer in
Julia,
the headlights
no.
on her little heels going, what the fuck do I do now?
No.
Nothing.
Everything that you've said is correct.
However.
But I picked up
Yes.
distance,
Yes.
disdain, wanting to be somewhere else perhaps, just at times. And that was enough for me.
Was it?
To
But yet
make her
still
my
showing
favourite
up and
Spice
getting
Girl.
the money. Yes.
Of course she got the money, but she probably worked really hard.
I mean, I'm sure she's very good at making hand creams and doing fashion. I think that's great. Good on her.
But I think that's a good career move.
You?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Well, she's not sort of, like it's not posh as Spice Girls playing an RSL club, at the end of the edge of Melbourne. You know what I mean? I think it's good she's got a second career.
Yeah, great.
But we're getting off topic
Oh,
here.
we are.
No, we're not.
Way off topic.
Sing the next line. Walking round the room singing stormy weather.
That's 57 Mount Pleasant Street. Well, it's the same room, but everything's different. You can find the street, but not the key.
Something. Keep it going.
I love it.
Things ain't cooking.
She's going the full verse.
In my kitchen, strange affliction wash over me. Julius Caesar, the Roman Empire couldn't conquer the blue sky.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you a ridiculous. And finally, which Beck song did he claim was a really simplistic metaphor for a devil's haircut?
Devil's haircut.
Absolutely right, Sean. You're correct, Rockwiz. Put your brains into cruise control for a moment while Dougal musters the numbers.
Let's go!
Back in the 90s, half a minute was all it took to get sick of that crash test dummy song with all the mms in it. Do you remember that? Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Peter Lusker. Round of applause for that. Our teams must be alert but not alarmed for the next half minute when they have 33 1/3 seconds to shine, without buzzers. Let's begin with your team, Robert. Your time starts now. Finish the album title. What's the story?
Morning Glory.
Fear of a Black
Planet.
Automatic for the
People.
Time out of.
Mind.
Who sang these number ones? Love Shack.
B-52s.
You can't touch this.
MC Hammer.
Blaze of Glory.
Bon Jovi.
Name the lead singers. Bon Jovi.
John.
Bon Jovi.
Crowded House.
Neil Finn.
Custard.
Dave. What's his
Cormac.
name?
Great. Add a first name to these last names. Jovi.
John. Bon.
Freedman.
Tim.
Tim.
Nice work, everybody. That was lovely.
We were fantastic.
I know, weren't they great? And you
Yeah.
just had a stillness about you, Robert, which I enjoy.
That's my role.
I know. I love it.
I know.
I once interviewed Robert Forster, particularly about music, but then we did take our time for about 20 minutes on hair care. I shall give you a minute now to share anything you'd like to share on hair care at this point in your career.
Well, I can only say two things.
Great.
Can I make a comment about your hair?
Oh, you certainly can.
I think I see the right proportion of shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah?
True or false?
True or false?
True.
And you use a brush,
Yes?
but it's not bristles, it's plastic brush.
You're absolutely correct.
Yes.
But nothing about your hair, though, Robert.
Well, actually, I've gone back to Redken.
Now we turn our attention to Emma's mob. Are you ready? Your time starts now. Finish the album titles. Achtung.
Baby.
Blood Sugar.
Sex Magic.
Hourly.
Daily.
The Fat of the...
Land.
Who sang these number ones? Nothing compares to you.
Sinead O'Connor.
Vogue.
Madonna.
I'd do anything for love.
Meatloaf.
Name the lead singers. Aerosmith.
Steve Tyler.
You Am I.
Tim Rogers.
Powderfinger.
Bernard Fanning.
Add a first name to these last names. Seymour.
Mark.
Yep.
Hester.
Paul.
Finn.
Neil. Tim.
Correct! 4 points! Well done, everyone. You never gave up. Like Lou Bega. Remember Mambo numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4? Of course you don't. Mambo number 5 was the hit. A testament to the power of persistence. Dougal, as the artist formerly known as Melissa once said...
Time for a segment we call Fan's Choice. I'm the fan and I get a choice. In the UK, the 90s was dominated by the rise of Britpop, led by Blur and Oasis, the battle of Britpop. The pop world thrives on this sort of thing, Beatles or Stones, Skyhooks or Sherbet, Dinosaur Jr. or Air Supply. In the 90s, it was Oasis or Blur. We couldn't decide, so we flipped a coin and Oasis got the nod. to perform their 1996 single, Don't Look Back in Anger. Please welcome You Am I guitarist and solo artist, Mr. Davey Lane.
Next, Electric Boogaloo.
Then 12 Monkeys.
It's the discrepancy between how it's sold and what actually goes on.
It's almost like being a prisoner.
Yeah.
What do you know about your sperm donor?
Vogue Williams, Tuesday 9:30 on SBS Viceland and on demand.
If you suffer from dry skin or eczema, try new E45 cream. It's dermatologically tested and creates an effective barrier to reduce skin dryness even in eczema. Introducing E45, when all you want is good skin.
So long weeknight meal decisions. Hello Fresh Choices. Say hello to $35 off your first box. Order online using the code TV. Hello Fresh. Inspiration delivered.
Cole's delicious Christmas hams smoked over beechwood so it's extra juicy and succulent.
Get $10 off Coles brand single, double and triple smoked hams bone-in. Offer ends Tuesday.
Good things are happening at Coles.
Isn't it frustrating when you find a tough stain? With Vanish Gold Pro, tough stains are a thing of the past. Grass stain. Let's see it in action. Vanish attacks the stain and lifts it. Success! Thanks to the power of Oxy Action. Beetroot stain? Add a scoop of Vanish into the water. The oxygen power is activated and it gets rid of stains easily. Seeing is believing. Now, let's take something as tough as iodine. Let's do the impossible. Vanish Gold Pro removes the stain from your clothes and from the water. Proven. Vanish Gold Pro. Trust pink, forget stains.
Boring. Dumb.
Look. Do what, dude? What you talking about? Yeah.
Hey there.
This is for cows.
Some people find you offensive.
Offensive? Let's see what you got.
You tweeted, suck my good.
South Park, Monday 8:30 on SBS Viceland and on demand.
They're welcoming us to the jail with this musical performance.
I think they like me a lot in the UK. I think they agree with me on immigration.
Are you going to have to find Republican allies to help you in this fight?
I had no idea of what happened, but I know that my life changed after that.
Vice News Tonight, weeknight 6:05-ish on SBS Viceland and on demand.
Well, hello to you, Davey Lane.
Hi.
Now, Oasis song you just sang for us then. Is it fun to sing an Oasis song? You look like you were having a good time.
Yeah, well, Oasis were one of those bands when I was, you know, as a kid of the 90s, I would have been around like 14 or 15 then, and I was at that age where I was starting to discover bands like UMI and Supergrass and that great man's band over there, the Even Band.
Yes.
Bands who were imbuing the spirit of this great music that I loved and bringing it into the present day.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. Now, you've actually met some members of Oasis. How did that go?
Yeah, Noel's lovely.
Noel's lovely.
Noel's lovely. Noel's lovely.
Noel's all right.
Liam, I don't think I've ever met anyone else who does not listen to a word that anyone else has got to say.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And what does he think of Australian music, Liam? Is he into Australian bands?
When I met him, he told me of his theory that he had about why all the good bands come from England and no good bands come from Australia.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. And so he pressed his face up right against mine and he goes, "It's the fucking sun. It's the fucking sun." All right. If I was a fucking Australian, I'd be down the fucking beach with my fucking surfboard, waxing my fucking surfboard, looking at birds. And he said, the reason why all the great bands come from England is because the weather's fucking shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, yeah, I can understand that. And he goes, well, you just look at all the fucking great bands in the world. You got fucking Beatles, Stones, Oasis, The Who. They're all from fucking England.
What was the first concert you ever went to, Davey?
It was Paul McCartney at the MCG.
No way!
In 1993. And and as a way of coming full circle, next month I'm going to Japan to see Paul McCartney play again because I'm a I'm a McCartney nerd. I'm a Beatles nerd, so...
Ladies and gentlemen, Davey Lane, please welcome him. He's our Paul McCartney nerd. We love him. Let's give Davey a little chance to show off in the next round. Orchestra, an appropriate segment, please. You know what that means. $1 million riff. They play them, you guess them. All right, orchestra, are you ready? Riff number 1. Yes, Davey.
Would that be the song Black and White by Michael Jackson?
Jackson is absolutely correct. Well played. You. A round of applause. Well done. Riff number 2. And I love seeing that you've conferred, Anna, with Davey, just to go, look, I'm pretty sure, but look, I may as well ask. We're all here. Terrific. What have you got for me, Anna?
Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve.
Absolutely correct. Well done, you. Riff number 3.
Part Life.
Part Life. Part Life. Who by?
Blur.
Blur. Can you say it properly? Blur. Blur. Fantastic. And that's all for the riffs right now. Dougal the score if you don't mind.
Oh, the people, so many people, they all go hand in hand through their life.
Time for the middle 8. 8 questions for 8 points. Answer the questions correctly and you'll be happier than a recently tickled Tickle Me Elmo. Answer incorrectly and you'll be sadder than a neglected Tamagotchi. Boo. Here we go. In Chumbawamba's tub thumping, what 4 drinks does he drink? Anna.
A whiskey drink, a lager drink, a vodka drink, and a cider drink.
You're a freak. Yeah. And absolutely correct. Which Green Day album title may or may not have been inspired by Australia's second biggest agricultural college?
Dookie?
Dookie is correct, Davey. Kim Gordon and Spike Jones directed the Cannonball film clip for which band?
The Breeders.
Correct. Which band, suggested to represent Australia at the Eurovision Song Contest 2015, released Machiavelli and the Four Seasons in 1995?
Tism.
Tism is absolutely correct. What form of transport features on the cover of Blur's album Modern Life is Rubbish? So many to choose from.
A train.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Which band was formed by Stevie Plunder, Andy Lewis and Tim Freedman in late 1992 after Tim and Stevie crossed paths at the big day out?
The Whitlams?
The Whitlams is correct. Which Whitlam single was announced by Gough Whitlam as the #1 song in the Triple J Hottest 100 1997?
No Aphrodisiac.
That is correct. Ladies and gentlemen, to perform No Aphrodisiac, please welcome from the Whitlams, Tim Freedman.
A letter to you on a cassette, 'cause we don't write anymore. Gotta make it up quickly. There's people asleep on the second floor. There's no aphrodisiac like loneliness. Truth, beauty, and a picture of you. Walking your dog in a few hours. I'll be asleep in my brother's house. You're 1,000 miles away with food between your teeth. Come up for summer, I got a place near the beach. There's room for your dog. There's no aphrodisiac like loneliness. Truth, beauty, and a picture of you. There's no aphrodisiac like loneliness. Truth and beauty, little picture of you. There's no aphrodisiac like loneliness. Truth, youth, beauty, fame. Boy, a man, a bottle of pill. Yeah! There's no aphrodisiac like loneliness. You shouldn't leave me alone. There's no aphrodisiac like loneliness. Bare feet like a tomboy, a little crooked smile. Truth, youth, beauty, fame, border, red hair, no hair, innocence. Saturday, a picture of you. A letter to you on a cassette. You should have laid me alone. 40 shade, sexy, wanna do it all day. With a gun, sword and trigger, happy tranny named Kinky Renee. Tried teacher 28 seeks regular meeting. Masculine, muscular, nappy-clad, brutal breeding. What is white? Wrestles with a puppy or a cribber on a wine-soaked strolling. Asiatic, hall of mirrors, a dash of loneliness there. There's no aphrodisiac quite like it. A letter to you on a cassette. You should have leave me alone, yeah. I got a video set up, short time. She makes me suck his little finger with somebody fine. You can't choose that beauty, innocence, and awkwardness, yeah. And a picture of you.
Next, Electric Boogaloo.
Then 12 Monkeys.
In the largest national survey of its kind.
Nice long legs.
Excuse me?
Yumi Steins reveals the surprising truth behind the question. Is Australia sexist? Tuesday, 8:40 on SBS and on demand.
We've no idea what killed Roach. We're having trouble smelling any chemicals, Louis.
How can that be? Unless...
Mortein Nature Guard Automatic Odorless, with 98% natural ingredients, offers odorless protection, so you only smell the things you like. Also try Mortein Nature Guard Automatic in Eucalyptus.
More smart, more safe, Mortein.
At RACQ, we've been helping on the road for over a century. With Queensland's largest roadside fleet and a range of insurance options, you're covered in more ways. From the enthusiast to the escapist, and with RACQ car loans. Plus, members enjoy more discounts. When it comes to your car, there's more for members of RACQ.
Cole's delicious Christmas hams smoked over beechwood so it's extra juicy and succulent.
Get $10 off Coles brand single, double and triple smoked hams bone-in. Offer ends Tuesday.
Good things are happening at Coles.
Isn't it frustrating when you find a tough stain? With Vanish Gold Pro, tough stains are a thing of the past. Grass stain. Let's see it in action. Vanish attacks the stain and lifts it. Success! Thanks to the power of Oxy Action. Beetroot stain? Add a scoop of Vanish into the water, the oxygen power is activated and it gets rid of stains easily. Seeing is believing. Now, let's take something as tough as iodine. Let's do the impossible. Vanish Gold Pro removes the stain from your clothes and from the water. Proven. Vanish Gold Pro. Trust pink, forget stains.
Sie haben mich mal gefragt, warum ich Karriere machen will. Ich weiß es nicht. Ich habe nicht die geringste Ahnung. Aber ich brauche es.
Be hungry, be aggressive, be ambitious, guys.
Wenn das rauskommt, dann gehen wir in den Knast.
Halt du lebst, okay? Es geht um unsere Karriere. Das ist alles nichts Persönliches.
Hello to you, Tim.
Hi, Julia.
Welcome back to the program.
Thank you for having me.
The Whitlams exploded in the 90s. What's your memory of that time?
Oh, I get tired just thinking about it. I remember driving, and sort of 700 or 800 gigs, and tragedy and triumph. And I remember getting a car phone in the Kingswood in '96 and feeling like Batman.
Oh. Wow! Just in the centre console.
Exactly, yeah. So you could ring up the gig. We used to use it for the same way people use it now, so you can just ring up and say, I'll be late.
Oh, the old days. Now, Tim, what was the first concert you ever went to?
2SM used to put on free concerts at the in Sydney in the 70s, and I went to see My Sex at Longreef Beach.
Please welcome Tim, our final guest for tonight. Oh, delighted. Well, time to get back and finish this quiz. It's closer than Dolly the sheep and the sheep that Dolly was cloned from. But at Rockwiz, there can only be one winner. And so, your questions will begin... Complete the song titles. Are you going to go...
My way.
Hand in my...
Pocket.
Bullet with butterfly.
Wings.
Fake plastic.
Trees.
Man on the...
Moon.
Oh, you're coming back with a vengeance on this side.
Scores a level.
Get stuffed. Complete this song title, but not a title, a line repeated repeatedly. Give it away, give it away, give it away.
Give it away now.
Correct.
I just can't remember the 90s.
I know. Which band released Crooked Rain, and Wowie Zowie?
Pavement.
We don't say pavement in Australia. What do we say?
Footpath.
Footpath. Beck and Pavement are identified with what genre of music? Yes.
Slacker.
Slacker is correct, Davey. What is slacker music? What's it mean? Slacker. I mean, is it really
Lots
just...
of flannel shirts and out-of-tune guitars.
Isn't that grunge?
It's quiet out-of-tune guitars.
Thank you. Quiet out-of-tune guitars. Tim, is it a genre you understand, the slacker?
Yeah, I used to like it. It was quite refreshing at the time. It was a bit like the punk of the 90s. You didn't have to play in time or in tune. You could be a bit discordant, and you could have some nice little street observations, and I enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Correct. Who played bass on Alanis Morissette's massive hit You Ought to Know?
Flea.
Sean, how do you know these things?
I don't know.
Young,
Just in there.
so hairy, and yet you know so much. It's wonderful. I'm delighted you're here. It's wonderful. I love it. Which former member of the Sugar Cubes released their debut album in 1993?
Björk.
Björk is correct, and the album was called Debut. What colour sneakers did You Am I favour?
Purple.
Oh, that's embarrassing for you, mainly. Did you not buy that album?
No, that was in the classic three-piece days before
That's right.
it was all downhill from...
And where did they prefer their chairs came from? Yes.
Berlin.
Berlin, of course, a good German chair. Which songs begin with these lines? It's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your love away.
Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor.
That's absolutely right, Emily. Well done. I don't believe in an interventionist God.
Into My Arms.
By?
Nick Cave.
Thank you, Anna. What was the name of Spinal Tap's 1992 album? There's lots. Yes, Davey.
Break Like the Wind.
Break Like the Wind is correct. Do you love playing a bit of Spinal Tap?
The bigger the cushion, the sweeter the pushing. That's what they said. The looser the waistband, the deeper the quicksand. Or so I have read.
My baby fits me like a flesh tuxedo.
I wanna sneak her with my pink torpedo. Big bottoms, big bottoms,
Talk about bun cakes, my girl's got it.
Oh, I mean, it's just... It's like, please, I mean, it's beautiful work. Name the Brisbane band most suited to playing in a vomitorium. The vomitorium, of course, being the centre aisle of a theatre or arena.
Regurgitator?
Yes. Regurgitator, Tim. 4 points, please. Well played.
Oh, I remember something.
Name the world-famous band consisting of Jim, Mick and Warren.
The Dirty Three.
Yep.
Which band had their only Australian #1 hit with I Touch Myself? Yes.
The Vinyls.
The Divinals is correct. Julie Cruz had a #1 hit.
Falling.
Not technically the question, though, Anna.
Twin Peaks.
Right. Yes. Twin Peaks is correct. Give her a round of applause. She got in there. Brian, in a show devoted to the 90s, there's not one mention of the Macarena. So...
3, 2, 1.
And that is it, team. Slump back in your chairs, exhausted but happy. Meanwhile, it's truly, madly, deeply Dougaled with the final scores. Beautifully played. You're amazing. You're amazing. Oh. A big thank you tonight to all our Rockwizzers and our special guests. And don't forget, at this moment, further Rockwiz delights await you on our website, Facebook and Twitter, where you can browse, like, tweet or watch it all again. We leave you with a quote from Alex James, bass player for Blur, who once asked, question, what's 50 foot long and has no pubic hair? Answer, the front row of a Blur concert. To take us out tonight, Emma, Robert, Davey and Tim are combining on a feel-good song that comes from the heart. See you in the new millennium.
My succotash will shit, baby. I couldn't ask for another. No, I couldn't ask for another. Groove is in the heart. Groove is in the heart. Groove is in the heart. On a roll, I've been told he can't be sold. Not bitches, not malicious, just eat lovely and delicious. I couldn't ask for another. Feeling kinda hot
with the music, well, I wanna be.
Blowing, electric eyes, you dip in the dairy, maybe you realize, maybe you'll see what the funny side of me where you and the rhythm is the key.
Get ready with a can't quit it, with a stomp on the street when I hear a funk beat. Play pipe, but follow what's true. Baby, just sing about the groove, sing it.
Groove is in the heart. 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 Groove is in the heart.
Thank you. True or false?